Hello, you're here with Rachel Ventura with Close to My Heart, and today we're going to be making this cute little creations board book. So I have my board book, which is made of chipboard, and I'm going to show you in different steps on how to create a cute little board book for your children or a gift to give to someone else. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to use a level 1 paper pack. And I decided to use the Animal Cookies paper pack because it has very versatile colors for children of both sexes or all ages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down my paper pack to 6 by 6 size. That way it will fit nicely over my book. And I will use that as my background colors. So I'm going to set my paper cutter at 6 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and cut each of my pieces down to 6 by 6. And you notice it's going to leave a little white square. You can rotate that anywhere you'd like. But I'm going to use that white square on my page as my journaling. So this is where my story is going to go for the story of the book. And you'll see each page now is going to have a different design to it. So you're going to want to cut down all of them. You're going to need a total of 12 6 by 6 sheets. Okay, that should be 12 there, but I'm going to go ahead and cut my last one so that I have a couple of options to play with. But if you wanted to save one of your pre-printed sheets for another project, you could definitely do that. You also have some B&T paper that you could save. I am going to use some of my B&T paper on my project as we get going, but that's the end of step 1. I've cut all my paper, so now I need to go through and find which of the 10 to 12 papers I'm going to want to use in my book. So I'll let you guys go ahead and choose those before we go on to step 2. Okay, welcome back. So going on to step 2, now that I have all of my papers selected, I've kind of laid it out a little bit so I kind of know which papers go where. But if you notice, the corners of the board book are round, so I'm going to want to do the same thing with my paper. So I'm just using our corner rounder here to round each of the corners. And then I'm going to use our blue glue, which is the memories bonding glue, to glue the paper down. So I'm going to put the glue on my paper because I find that's easier. I don't have to fight with the spine of the book. So you don't have to have a huge amount on, but make sure you get those corners really well. And then I'm going to put it flush against the spine. But I'm going to leave just a little bit of an edge around. So you can kind of see there's a little bit of a white edge all the way around. So I'm going to continue to do that with each of my pages until I have all of my backgrounds glued on. So I'll let you go ahead and do that before we move on to step 3. Okay, so I finished step 2. I've rounded all of my corners and I've adhered all of my paper. So now I did not do the front and the back, and I'm going to work on that now. I waited to do that because I want to do something a little bit different. You could still use some of your 6 by 6 paper, but I wanted a different design to it, so I'm going to use my B&T paper, my background and texture paper, and you could use either side, and I'm going to cut my paper to 6 by 3. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up for 6. I want my stripes going long way. And then I'm going to cut the height to 3. And I'm going to cut 2 of those, one for the front and one for the back. Now I'm going to put this here because what I'm doing is I'm kind of creating this look here with the ribbon to close the book and the paper on the bottom. So I need to round this corner here. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then I can use my glue and again, I'm going to leave just a little bit of a border to give it kind of a unique look. And then you can use any ribbon you'd like to glue on here so that you can hold the book closed. I'm going to go ahead and do my back page as well. I think I'm going to do this one in green. Okay. Alright, so in step 4 we're going to add that ribbon, and I'm going to show you how to finish off your back of the book here. Okay, so on to the 4th step. I've got both the front and the back done and all of my middle papers on there. So you're going to want to add your spine now. Now if you did your paper all the way up, you're going to want to have your spine go all the way up as well. I only did halfway, so I'm going to cut my paper. You need to be about 2 inches thick, depending on your preference, and then however tall your paper is. So mine was 3 inches, so I'm going to do 2 by 3. And then instead of using the regular glue, I'm going to go ahead and use a glue gun for this because I want to make sure it really sticks on there. So I'm going to go all the way down to the base of this as well. So you're going to do about 3/4 of an inch here on the front. And then you're going to want to do the middle as well. And lastly, the back. And then I'm going to add my ribbon. So I cut 30 inches of ribbon. You can use whatever color you'd like. I used our chocolate here, and I folded it in half to find my halfway point, and I'm gonna mark that with my little glue gun and go ahead and stick that ribbon on there. And then I'm just gonna glue it straight across. And do the back as well. And that completes step 4. So then step 5, the final step, is going to be accessorizing your book and filling in your story. So I have a few ideas for you. I have ideas to use ribbon tags, fun flock. You can add ties or braids in here like they have here in this picture. You can do these matching games using the adorables. Velcro also works well in these books. You can use cotton and fur or other types of textures. You can use embossing or irresistible letters, glitter, sparkles, pearls. Then you can also add buttons and fun fuzz, or even our liquid glass. So those are some ideas, and I'll finish my book off and I will show you the finished product when I'm all done. Thank you for watching.